Hi everyone, and welcome to today's mini or bite-sized webinar on Academy's purchasing journeys. My name's Kathleen. I'm the Customer Success Manager here at Guroo Learning, and today I'll be taking you through the different types of ways that people can purchase programs or courses via the Academy catalogue. So let's dive straight in. You should be able to see on your screen here our demo site, which is about courses for travel agencies. So today we're going to have a look at crafting sustainable travel experiences. Whoops, it's just moved to the next screen. There we go. And I want to talk about the different ways that we can enroll people in this particular course. So if I click on enroll right here, you can see the different types of purchasing journeys that are available here on the screen. So first, if I'm a travel agent, I can purchase this particular course for myself. If I'm a team leader or a manager, then I can purchase it for someone else in my team, for example. Or if I'm, again, a team leader or a manager, I can purchase it for a small team, in this case, up to a limit of 5 seats. That limit can be changed in the settings depending on how many people from the same organization you're willing to incorporate in a particular cohort of your course. Up here on the top right-hand corner, you can see a new little button that says multi-seat discount. So for this particular course, because I've made it available to small teams, then I've also introduced a multi-seat discount. So the more seats that I purchase in this course, the greater the discount I can get. So up to 5 seats, I can save 15% on my purchase. But first I'll go through the simplest, most basic purchasing journey, which is to enroll myself. So if I click on myself here, the first thing people have to do is they have to fill out some basic details about themselves. First, they have to create an account, and then they have to fill out their profile details. So for the people on the webinar, bear with me. I'm a bit of a slow typer, and I tend not to type and talk at the same time. But for the people who are watching the recording after, through the magic of editing, you'll be able to skip the bits where I'm filling out forms. Okay, so I've set up my account and now I have to fill out the rest of my profile details. As I think most of you know, the user profile in Academy is able to be configured based on your organization's needs. So I'll just quickly fill out my little profile for my test travel agency. And then here we get to the payment screen. So the payment screen is pretty straightforward. In this case, I have the option to pay by credit card or invoice. I'm going to pay by credit card for the purposes of today. So that's basically it for the first purchasing journey, which is purchase for myself. I've purchased, I've paid, and I can start my course straight away, assuming that the course is open to participants to start. If it's locked, I'll just see the usual lock screen here, which I think most of you are all familiar with. If you're not, you can find more information on our demo site and in our help documentation. So having purchased for myself, I'm now going to jump out and purchase for someone else. So I'm going to purchase the same course, Sustainable Travel Experiences, and this time I'm going to purchase for someone else. To purchase for someone else, I still have to create, as a purchaser, I still have to create an account for myself. So again, bear with me as I work through this form. The purchaser still has to complete their own personal user profile, which is what I'm doing now. I'm going to put in my organization. And then the purchaser needs to nominate the name and the email address of the person who's actually going to do the course, or the name of the person that they're purchasing for. So in this case, I'm going to purchase for demo user. I have to put in demo user's email address. As it happens, I've used demo user many times in the past, so we'll be creating another demo user. And you can also assign the purchaser in this case can also assign themselves as a coach for this person. So, excuse me, I've had a little bit of a head cold lately, so bear with me. The purchaser is often going to be the manager or a sponsor or a coach of the person who's actually doing the course. So we ask the purchaser at this point if they're interested in being a coach for this person. What that means is they'll be able to, as a coach, log into the platform, into Academy, and check up on the user's progress through the course. They can see their status for various activities. If the course includes activities that are completed by the coach, maybe there's an assessment or a diagnostic that should be completed by the coach, then the coach can log in and complete those activities on behalf of the user. They can also complete a coaching guide and, as I said, keep an eye on the person's progress as they make their way through the course. So at this point, our demo user number 4 is going to receive an email telling them that the course has been purchased on their behalf, and the email will invite them to log in and create their own account. But for now, I'm going to review my purchase and then pay for my purchase as the purchaser of this course. As a purchaser, I can also include some business details if that's helpful. For the organisation, you can include a purchase order number, things like that. That will be included on the invoice. Pay. We'll just give it a minute to process. And that's gone through with my fake credit card. So, as I said, the purchaser can jump into their coach onboarding, and we'll look at that in a sec. And the demo user has received their emailed invitation to this particular course that's been purchased for them. So that little screen that popped up was the little coach onboarding, which coaches can also do. And as a coach, I am responsible here for my demo user. It says 0 because the demo user hasn't logged in and confirmed the creation of their account yet. Once they have, that'll pop up to 1 active program for 1 active user. And again, once our demo user who is currently pending has logged in, then we can open the transcript and see how they're going with the course. So we'll leave our demo coach there, and this time we'll purchase the same course for a small team. So as a manager or a team leader, if I want 2 or 3 of my people to attend this particular course, then I can enroll them all at the same time. So let's jump in and do that. This time I'm going to be a team leader. So once again, as a team leader, I have to create my Academy account. I have to provide my own individual profile details. And now I can start entering the details of my team members and participants that are going to be attending this course. So as I said earlier, this particular course has a multi-seat discount. You can see here on the right-hand side that with my current setup, I've got 2 seats to add, and this has applied a 5% discount. If I add a 3rd seat down here, then an 8% discount is applied. And so on up until the 5th seat, where we've put in a 10% discount. All of these discounts are configurable and can be applied differently to different courses, depending on what kind of discounts that you're offering. So bear with me again. I'm going to start filling out these forms. If you're watching the recording after, then you'll be able to skip this bit. So here we are again. I've filled out all the participant details for my 3 participants that I want to attend, and I'm going to choose to be a coach for all 3 of them. So I'm going to review and confirm my seats. I've got participant 1, 2, and 3 set up here. I've decided I'm going to be a coach of all 3 of them. Here is my 8% discount that's been applied for all 3 seats that I've purchased. And I'm going to jump in and purchase now. I'm still going to pay by credit card. If you're interested in invoice payments, then we can talk about those on another webinar. And there we go. My purchase has gone through. I've got my confirmation screen and my link to, again, the coach onboarding for this particular course. And again, if I jump down to our coaching tab for our coach, you'll see my 3 participants are set up here. Once again, they're all pending. Once those participants have accepted their invitations and logged in, they'll change to active. These counts at the top will update, and I'll be able to follow their progress via their transcripts. So, excuse me again. I'm going to log out again. And the final option, in terms of, it's not really a purchasing journey, but the final option on this screen is inquire for more options. This means that people can enter an inquiry form. Maybe they want to purchase more than the available seat limits. Maybe they're interested in running the course for their organisation on their own, so they can enter the inquiry details here on this particular form. One other thing to note, now that we're collecting a few more pieces of information about the purchases, especially when the person purchasing is not the participant, all of this information is available in Academy's APIs. So if you have a integration set up with your CRM, then you can grab that purchaser information along with the participant information and have that available in your CRM for future lead or marketing opportunities, given these are the people that are actually purchasing the course. So the last purchasing journey I wanted to go through isn't a purchasing journey at all, really, or it's a variation on a purchasing journey, but this is one of our apply-only courses. So in this case, I've set up our Destination Weddings course as a course that you have to apply for. What I mean by that is it's not open to anyone. You can't just enroll and pay and immediately become a participant. There's a gateway before the person can join the course, and that is by filling out the application form. So the reason that you might use this is because there's a eligibility requirement for the people that are doing the course that needs to be checked and signed off before they can be enrolled. Perhaps there's a level of exclusivity for the course, and people need to apply in order to participate. So again, our purchasing journey changes slightly. You'll see the little buttons across here have changed slightly. The extra one that's been inserted is this application course. So I'm going to once again create my Academy account in order to start the application process. So the person has to create their account as per usual. They still have to fill out their profile, which is the next step. This is collecting the standard pieces of information that we collect from every person that creates an account on Academy. And then the next step is that they have to fill out this application form. So the application form is configurable depending on the course that you're running, so that you can ask different questions for different courses. In my case, I've just asked a few questions for this particular course. I want to know what the person hopes to achieve by attending the course. I want to know if they have any prior experience organising travel experiences for weddings. And I want them to upload an example of itinerary for something that they've done previously. So just bear with me while I grab one of those. I'll add my placeholder document. So there are a few different types of question options. We can obviously include multiple choice, multi-answer, file uploads, as you can see, some short response questions and some longer response questions. Whatever information you need to collect in order to understand whether this particular person is eligible and appropriate for this course. This information, of course, can also be provided to facilitators so that they have a little bit of a sense of the participants that will be in their classroom if it's a face-to-face course before the program starts. And that's, I guess, particularly relevant to questions like this first one in terms of what people hope to achieve by attending the program. Once they've completed their application, then we collect their payment details. We don't do anything with the payment details yet because we can't, because we don't know yet if they've been successfully accepted into the course. Just bear with me while I get my address right. But we collect their payment details for an invoice to be generated once they're successful. So we're going to submit, and that's all there is to this particular application process, at least as far as the apply part goes. So here on the home screen, they can view their application. They can withdraw their application if they're no longer interested in attending the course. Now, I'll just briefly show you the application process for administrators so that anybody viewing this application can determine whether this person's eligible for the course or not and enroll them if they are. So I'm just going to log out and log it back in with my administrator account. And here I have on the left-hand side a new little button that says applications. And here's my application for the Destination Wedding course. So anyone who has access to process applications can view this inbox on the left-hand side, but this program list view is limited only to those courses where they have permission to process applications for that particular course. So here on the right, I've got my demo application here. I can shortlist it using this little button here. I know that I've got 20 seats left to fill in this particular course, so there's plenty of space for our demo apply person if I choose to enroll them. To view their application, these are the user details that I entered, and this is the application that I filled out when I was applying as this demo apply person. So I can review the application information that the person submitted as part of their application to enroll. I can download and view any documents that they've attached. If I've deemed that this person is eligible for the course and that there's space on the course and I want them to come to the course, then I move to the Actions tab. So the Actions tab has a few different options. I can enroll the applicant. I can enroll the applicant in another program. So what that means is if I've viewed their application, maybe I've had a separate phone call with them and I've decided that they're not really quite right for the course that they've applied for, but maybe they are right or are eligible for a different program, then I can enroll them in a different program from here. I can also withdraw on their behalf if I've had a conversation with them and they're no longer interested. I can refer them to another program, which is slightly different to enroll them in another program because a referral to another program is just an email that says, hey, you're not successful in this particular program, but would you be interested in these other ones in this email? And of course, I can say that the person's unsuccessful. So if I decide to enroll our applicant, then they will receive the standard learner enrollment email, which is part of the course settings or the program settings. I can upload an invoice for them if I've grabbed their payment details that they entered when they applied. I can generate an invoice for them, and I can make a little note if there's any notes that I need to add. And when I submit, then this person is now successfully enrolled in our Destination Weddings course. And back here, I have no further applicants to process because no one else has applied. But I've got one enrollment here and 19 out of the 20 seats is taken. So that's a very, very brief introduction to our Academy purchasing journeys and application journeys. There's more information on our help site if you're interested. Otherwise, please feel free to get in touch. As I said, my name's Kathleen. I'm available to help you setting up these, excuse me, setting up these features. If you already have an Academy platform, and if you don't, then I hope that you found this useful. Thank you very much.